Hey, Kimberly here again with another review of one of the products by Beyond Organic. It's called Amasi, and I have to tell you, I love this stuff. I actually made ice cream with it the other day and recorded a video, and it got all wacky, so I didn't post it yet. So I'm going to do it again and show you all that stuff later. But right now, I want to show you the bottle. This is the plain. We also have milk and honey, which I love. It's so biblical. The land of milk and honey. And then we have raspberry, which I have to say, I love it. I'm going to read to you a little bit from the package so you can understand what it is. It's a delicious, highly digestible, cultured dairy beverage inspired by Africa's Maasai tribe and cultured with over 30 probiotics. It provides a unique profile of true whole milk nutrients created through ancient dairy breeding, organic green grazing, and old world culturing and production methods. And it's great. On the back here, I don't know if you can see that, there's a 5-fold difference that they put on the labeling here. The cattle are green fed, no grain at all. Ancient breeding. Now this is the thing that really intrigued me the most when I first learned about Beyond Organic. Bringing back an ancient genetic profile originating in India, Africa, and Middle East for dairy cattle that thrive on greens and yield wide nutrient diversity and high nutrient density. There's a whole video about A1 beta casein that Jordan Rubin has done, talking about how it's the next gluten, and this speaks to that actually, because it has to do with the different types of cow and the breeding and how it's sort of well, to put it simply, screwed up the way things are supposed to be. And he's gone back to the ancient breeding practices. The third thing, true whole milk. There's no skimming of the fat, resulting in a complete, more natural balance of seasonal variation of fats and proteins, providing key minerals and fat-soluble vitamins. Number 4, low temperature processed. Low temperature pasteurization leaves delicate proteins in their whole, undenatured state. That's a problem with ultra pasteurization or whatever. They bring the dairy up to this very high temperature, killing all good and bad bacteria, leaving you with very little nutrition in your dairy. The 5th, old world culturing method, cultured with over 30 live probiotics to create a wide array of beneficial compounds and more complete pre-digestion of nutrients. Ingredients in the plain, cultured whole milk, probiotic cultures, period. So pretty cool. So let's get to the flavor. I can't remember the first one I tried. I'm sure it was the one with some sweetener, because the raspberry has organic cane sugar and organic raspberries and vanilla in it. And the milk and honey has, as you can imagine, cane sugar and vanilla and honey in it. The raspberry, well, all of them actually are so smooth. It's really, really smooth. If you've ever had kefir, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it actually. It has a really sharpness to it, really sharp yogurty flavor. These don't. It's not. It's a lot creamier and a lot smoother than that, which tastes to me almost like liquid ice cream. It's so delicious and it's so good for you. I really do love the raspberry flavor and the milk and honey flavor. I do have a sweet tooth. I've joked with many of my friends that I'm going to write a blog called I Still Like Oreos, because I do have a sweet tooth. So I'm sure that's one of the reasons I enjoy these so much. But I have to say, knowing what I know now about digestive issues, if you have any sort of digestive issues and GI problems, you want to stay away from sugars. And so the plain here is for you. And let me tell you, I've never really been a fan of buttermilk, but I tried this, and that's sort of what it reminded me of. It had that buttermilk sort of flavor. And so the first time I tasted it, I don't know, I wasn't too crazy about it because of that. But then I tried it again, and it had for me, it hit me differently, and maybe because I've been drinking it for a while, but it hit me as a lot, just like a really solid, yummy, wholesome, creamy milk, with that little bit of buttermilk flavor in there, but not overpowering. Just for breakfast this morning, I poured my youngest, who's 5. She asked for milk with her with her breakfast, which she doesn't usually. So I thought, I'm not going to give her milk. I'm going to actually give her some Amasai, and I did. I gave her the milk and honey, and I put a straw in that cup, and she drank it down, and I felt really good about it because I know I sent her off to school with a hearty breakfast. And she liked the flavor, and I was like, yeah. So anyway, hey, that's my review. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you too get to try it. Don't hesitate. Don't be shy. Contact me with your questions. I'd love to answer them. God bless.